Howdy y'all, this is Brawley on the Brawley Insurance Breakdown. Today we are going to talk about claims. One of the biggest mistakes homeowners make isn't filing too many claims on their home, it's filing the ones that don't need to be filed. Today we're going to talk about the difference between claims you need to file and, quite frankly, claims that should never be a claim, that should never show up on your insurance history. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's talk about today the 5 questions you should ask yourself or ask an insurance advisor before calling your carrier to file a claim. Something I really am passionate about is helping keep people's rates as low as possible over time. Part of that is filtering whether a client should file a claim or not. I've had clients ask me, should they file everything from putting down basically one shingle that came off the house or a total loss with trees falling through the roof and things like that. Filtering a claim situation or potential claim situation through an insurance advisor is the best thing you can do. Pause for just a second, talk to somebody that's in the know, let them help you decide if it makes sense to file a claim or not. Question number 1, what's your deductible? If you have $500 worth of damage and you have a $5,000 deductible, that's something you pay out of pocket for 10 out of 10 times. You don't even need to ask an insurance advisor that, but what you have to do is know your deductible to begin with. Question number 2, what actually caused the damage? Insurance is there for sudden damages or sudden things that happen. If there was something that slowly happened to your plumbing with like earth movement over months and even years, that's not insurance. If a pipe breaks, busts, floods the house from the inside, that's covered, usually. If it's an HO3, there's a lot of other things that go into it. But you need to know what happened and what caused it. Just because a pipe broke, if there's no damage to it, fixing the plumbing is typically homeowners maintenance and not something that's going to be covered by homeowners insurance. It's the damage caused by the broken pipes from the water leak that came from that. So knowing what caused it, that can also help you figure out, do I file a claim or do I not file a claim? Do you know the extent of the damage that was actually caused? I had friends that were gone to Alaska for about 2.5 weeks. When they came back, there was flooding that had happened in one of their upstairs bathrooms. They thought they took care of it, got some beach towels, this, that, and the other. Couple of days later, they could smell what mold and musk and all that kind of stuff that's happening. They called me, hey Blaine, what do I do? Asked them to get a water remediation company involved so that they could truly get to find out what the extent of the damage is. We talked through the deductible. We said, hey, as long as things stay less than this, you pay out of pocket, but you keep receipts, you take photos throughout the whole thing because you don't know what's in those walls. You don't know what happened. You don't know where all the water went that you couldn't see. You might have thought you got it all, but you might not have. So that's why you have to know the true extent of the damages before you decide if you're going to file a claim or not. Question number 4, have you filed any other claims recently? An example that I give, I'm working with a client that they had a hail claim back in 2023, paid out about $25,000. 2024, they had a dog bite claim that paid out about $50,000. Well, come 2026, they had a potential water backup claim that when they talk to their agent, because I'm not their agent, but when they talk to them, they're like, oh yeah, file the claim, you should have coverage. When I reviewed their declaration pages, when I'm trying to run new quotes for them, they did not even have water backup on their policy. It was actually rejected and not an included coverage. So they didn't have coverage either way, so they were trying to file a claim for something that was gonna get rejected either way, but it was only like $2,000 or $3,000 worth of damage. So they had 2 prior claims and now they have a 3rd claim that shows up in the past 5 years, which usually other insurance carriers are not gonna give them a quote because they're gonna be ineligible due to claims history. So when you're considering filing that next claim, you need to consider what's happened in the past with your insurance before you step into another claim, which could make it where you're stuck with one carrier for a really long time. Question number 5, have you consulted your insurance advisor? We're never going to be able to tell you something will or will not be covered, but we can advise you on what's going to happen. The situation that I had with somebody that had a claim that was not covered by their other insurance company prior, it was basically earth movement. Then it was slowly but surely happened over time, and earth movement and earthquakes are not covered unless you have a policy for that, and most people don't because we're in Texas. But he filed a claim anyways because that's what his insurance agent at the time told him he should do. So you want to consult an insurance advisor so they can talk about the other 4 questions that we've just talked about, your deductible, your claims history, is it likely to be covered or not? At the end of the day, I tell every client, hey, I just give you 12 years of experience on what I think is going to happen based on what you've told me. but I'm not the claims adjuster. I'm not the one that's going to be handling the claim. All I can do is make sure you have the right coverages on the front end so that if something can be covered, it will be covered. But always consulting an insurance advisor, someone that's got your back and your best interest at heart, is the best thing that you can do to make sure you file the right claim when you need to. My goal has never been to tell people to avoid claims completely or to file every claim, but it has been to advise them on their specific situation with what I would do if it was me and my family's insurance. That's how I handle insurance, is whatever I would do is what I advise others to do. Even though I get paid by a lot of insurance companies, I represent the client at the end of the day. So that's what I help with. So if you ever have questions about your insurance policy, what is or what is not covered on it, we don't have to run quotes. I'm just here to help you have a conversation about what your coverages look like. And if a claim comes up, reach out. You don't have to immediately file a claim. There's statutes in place that give you time to look into it to see if it makes sense to file a claim or not. I'm always just a text, email, or a call away, or social media message. So happy to help however I can. If you thought this was helpful at all, like the links below, share it, tag some people in the post, share this information because a lot more people need to know about claims and how to handle them or not handle them.